So for the Paralab, you're going to need a 50 ml tube for your -1 dilution, and then the 15 ml tubes for your subsequent dilutions. You will label those with your sample number and table side. So if I was sample 13 and sitting on the door side of the room, I'd be 13A, and I would just mark this as 10 to the -1. You can also write on the lid if you want, and you just need to write -1 because you'll be the only person using this. You'll label all of your 15 ml tubes the same way with the sample identity and whatever will be the dilution. So in this case, 13A, 10 to the -2, and you can also write on the lids. Writing on the lids is handy because then you can see what the samples are when they're in the rack, but you don't want to only write on the lids because then if you take off a bunch of lids, you won't know which tube is which. So write on the side and write on the lid. You'll also today need to be labeling your Petri plates. And they're going to look like this. And so you can see that they've got agar in one half, and that's the bottom of the plate, and then the other side is the lid. So when you go to pick them up, they're going to be in 3 stacks: the NA stack, the TET 3 stack, and the TET 30 stack. Be sure that you get the right number of plates from the correct stack and label them as soon as you get them because they're all going to look the same. And the place that you're going to label them is on the bottom of the plate, the side with the agar around the edge. So that way you don't cover up anything that's growing. And so you'll write NA, you'll write the date, you'll write your initials or your group's initials, you'll write the sample, and you'll write the dilution that you're plating. So you'll write all of that information, and it will all go around the edge of the plate. Each of your plates needs to be really carefully labeled because the plates will be kept from week to week. After you have spread out the sample on your plate, you're going to be taping your plates shut. So I'm fast forwarding you to the end of lab. At that point, you're going to get a piece of masking tape, and you're going to tape your plate shut here around the edge in one spot like that. And you'll get a second piece of tape, and you'll tape your plate shut on the other side like that. So your plate will be closed. You don't have to worry about it flopping open and bacteria spilling out on you, but you're not covering up any of the top or the bottom, I guess, actually. So you can still see any bacteria that grow. So it's really important that when you do the taping, you just tape around the side. You do not want to tape like this, because then you'll have some bacteria, of course, that will grow under the tape, and you'll have to take off the tape, and the plate will open, and you might stick your finger on bacteria, and you have to wash, and so just tape around the outside. Okay, I'll see you guys in lab.